Hello, everybody, and hello, Richard. How are you doing today?
Ah, my beautiful niece, Amelia, I am doing good. I am doing great. I feel strong. I had such a beautiful weekend. See, Richard has not been able to go out recently. And on Saturday, I went out to a beautiful burlesque festival here in Montreal. And I had so much fun and met some of my friends that were performers. It was just sensational, because I've been so busy that I haven't even seen the summer go by. So that to me was like such an exciting time. And here I am on Monday with my beautiful niece that I love and adore, and ready to do a beautiful, beautiful segment. How are you, my beauty?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. This week feels
Mm,
very bright and
mm.
energetic, and I'm actually just going to take a moment. I feel guided to send people some joy. So, this essential oil carries frequency of joy, so I'll just send that to all of you really
Oh,
quickly. I've been using this one a lot over the heart chakra, and we're just bringing in so much joy right now. So it's very exciting what's happening, and the energy is shifting a lot. So you guys might be feeling all of that too. Um,
yes.
I'm getting lots of reports of X, Y, and Z, won't name it, but people are like, how do I deal with this and that and that? So, um, just as a little reminder, I do offer sessions, 30 minutes, 1 hour, and animal sessions. So,
Mm.
our animals are ascending too. So, they're having all sorts of interesting things going on too. Um, and so, yeah, if you're experiencing that, just take care of yourself, hydrate, and find support in your community. So, yes. And then briefly wanted to talk about all these codes coming in, because it ties into some of that physical expression. So, what have you been experiencing with all these codes and what do you see?
Well, there is a lot. And again, because as you are, Amelia, we are very, very busy, right? Either doing our own material or connecting with sisters, brothers, beautiful golden family members on sessions, like I do readings, you do healings, but it is one on
Mhm.
one. So, what I've discovered that everyone is really wired very differently, because we
Mhm.
are all exceptional, although we are all part of the one, but we're living different experiences. So I'm seeing a lot, in my conversations about these light codes coming in. It's hitting people very differently, but a major, major one goes again. I love Max the Crystal Skull. I've such a connection with him. The skull is a very in tune right now. So whether it be the pineal gland or the part up here or the atlas, I think at the back
Mhm.
that you
Mhm.
and Honey have spoken about in the past,
Yes.
right? Like Atlas, 31 Atlas. There is so
Mhm.
much happening right now. And so with this, as we are crystalline, we are no longer carbon clay, template DNA, but let's look at it this way, Femi. It's like our consciousness is already merged into 5D. So what is 5D? Fifth density, fifth dimension, but we can still have like a trail of the body, like catching up, almost like stuck in traffic, like sleepwalking by the time it gets
Mhm.
to where the consciousness is. So as we are already crystalline, the body is still like emerging with the consciousness. So I'm seeing and hearing reports of a lot of like colds or nasal or eyes or ears or everything that is programmed around the brain or the skull area.
Mhm.
Last week, Amelia, I had one day where I woke up with a pain. So it was inside my ear hole.
Oh.
And but it wasn't like an ear infection. But as the day progressed, I couldn't even close my jaw anymore because it was getting so heightened.
Wow.
And so much so that I had to just like eat soup in order to survive. And I really wanted extra cheese pizza. Because that's always the food I go to. I never like I try to eat for healthy, but pizza has always been since I'm a kid my like safety food, right? Like the
Hmm.
mom and pops, like not Domino's, like
Yes.
a real pizza, Italian style.
Yes.
And I couldn't. And but then the next day I went to bed and I was all okay and I could close my jaw and have my pizza. So we're having these kind of symptoms, and
Mhm.
we are not doctors, of course, right? But usually these symptoms, these codes, light codes
Mhm.
affecting our DNA are usually like short-lived.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty easy to find the tools to help you move through it. And there was just like you said, a lot of head stuff. And so I know there's a lot of purging from this area.
Mm,
So it's moving down and out through ears, through, down through the body, lymphatic system, wherever it's moving to. And so we're just supporting that right now too, because yeah, my atlas bone has been kind of doing this back and forth, and I've been needing to go to the chiropractor, but it's been helpful to help open things up because years ago I used to get migraines all the time. Didn't realize it was because I was soaking in other people's energies, but now that program is pretty much gone. But even I had one headache and I was like, this is not fun. I wasn't horrible like it used to be, but yeah, I figured out what I needed and it started to clear. But we were definitely being inundated with these amazing codes. And so every once in a while, especially when working with clients, I'll come up with these extra codes that the number codes, like the ascension codes. I've got the 33 ascension codes, and those are helping us move through the ascension process. But then I've been tuning into these more specific little codes and putting those into my community. So, I foresee more of those coming in just to help us with these little blips of whatever is coming in. So it's a lot of fun and just something that I seem to be able to see right now. But yeah,
But
that's all I.
33 is a very specific number, is it not?
Mhm.
How many vertebrae does the skeleton have? Is it
Well, that's
33?
well, I think it might be. I
Like
always
I'm not
forget.
sure. Like I'm talking out of what I'm,
Uh-huh. I think it
and
might
then
be.
apparently Jesus, Yeshua died at 33.
Supposedly.
Freemasonry 33.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's the threes have followed me around my whole life. So
Okay.
since high
Mhm.
school, my address was 3330. Then I moved to a dorm in college. It was on the 13th floor. 1333 was my dorm room number. I mean, it continues on and on and on. So threes are very special for me. So,
Well, they are, right? I mean, three is actually the number of the human, do I want to say avatar or how it is created, mind, body, and soul. And it's also got like the sacred feminine archetype in back of it, which would,
mhm.
I don't really remember the names, but you'd have like child, maiden, and crony involved into it.
Mm,
And then enters the number 666, right?
okay.
So that we reclaim indeed, because it's
Mhm.
got nothing to do with the devil.
No,
It
absolutely
doesn't.
not. Nope.
No.
No. No, I see 369 variations of three all the time,
Yeah.
and I love
Yeah.
it so
Three is
much.
magic.
Hmm.
Mind, body, soul. I get the fours, my niece.
Those
Yeah.
are good. I've been
Yeah.
seeing a lot of fours this last week. So I was just driving behind a car yesterday or the day before, and the first part of their license plate was 444.
Yeah, see, that's what I see all the time.
Yeah.
Fours and ones. 114, 441,
Mhm.
444. It's always that everywhere I look on a bill, talking to you, right, Femi? Because we chat. And then there was one segment on our WhatsApp where we're chatting. It's like, oh my gosh, look at all the numbers. They were all like 441, 114, or even I think in the threes, but they were all angel numbers all over the place in one conversation. It was crazy in a good
Yeah.
way. Yeah,
It in a great way. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. So,
yeah.
yeah, these codes are coming in for all of this activation, all the ascension, just to help our human consciousness, our human bodies to feel more at home right now.
Yes.
So, it's quite the process. So yeah. So let's see, where could we go from here with all the codes? And Three Eye Atlas is bringing more codes. We have solar codes. We have um, other beings coming in. Like everything is flooding in so fast. And someone said that Pluto's going direct today. Again, I don't know the details of that, but that's going to speed up things immensely for all of this coming in for us and more disclosure and just everything. So it's really exciting. Yeah. So
I
anything
don't know
else?
much about Pluto, to be honest, because astrology, I mean, it's a thing. I
Yeah.
just don't like studying. And astrology was always too complex, like a chart, like, yeah, like I'm not doing it. So I don't really know about Pluto, but I do know about Three Eye Atlas, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done several conversations or shows, whether it be solo or in a collaboration, but through what my higher self has shown me in my meditation is that Three Eye Atlas is an actual, like organic, a living being that is seen
Mm-hmm.
also as a ship. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like a rock. There are so many beings and different species of beings, but also like seedings of its origins, as if what is returning is what had left with the fall of Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
And we speak a swan.
Yes, Swan. Yes, and that's the healed version. You'll have to remind me because I did see your video with you and Honey. It was so amazing.
Ah, our beautiful honey
And
bunny that we love and
yeah,
adore. Oh, we love her so much, don't we?
so much. Yes. Yeah, so that's the healed
Yes.
part that's rejoining. And so yeah, it's like the whole I have no words for it. Just it's all coming back home. It's all coming back together.
It's coming
And
back home, and I love this because like all of us, three of us, you, I, Honey, we all get very similar downloads, but we all have
Mhm.
again we're wired differently. So
Mhm.
what Honey tapped into is like the healed counterpart, counter lover or counter uh
The
I'm just gonna
divine,
say lover. Okay, I'm
yeah.
French. The healed version, and that's why Atlas is coming back home. Yes, I resonate to this, but what I got on how I'm wired differently is that if you look, because we're in a simulation, what does that mean? It's intelligence. I'm not talking about artificial intelligence because
Mhm.
that's the hijack, that's the inversion. That's why Atlantis fell. It saw it coming in like the boogeyman and carried
Mhm.
like Noah's Ark the information for safekeeping until the golden era, which is
Mhm.
now, babies. So
Yes.
look at Three Eye Atlas. If we're looking at a computer, we're talking about a simulation. Okay, so that would be the hard drive. Swan would be the modem. Together they activate, and then us, the children, we are the receivers,
Mhm.
crystalline beings. Max is excited. I don't know if you can see him in the background, maybe not, but
Not
he's back there
really.
somewhere. Uh, oh, anyways, I got like a crystal
Oh,
skull back there.
yes.
And this is what's happening. So going back, please be kind and rewind to what you were saying with the light codes and all that. We're talking about the cranial, like pineal gland, and I
Mhm.
don't. What is this one called?
We got the crown. What do you mean? The
When we're talking about So the pineal gland, then we got two
Mhm.
other ones to form the crystalline, the atlas at the back, but there's one here that's newly developed. What is it called? You don't know,
I'm
huh?
not, I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, all of it's working together to activate. And the
Yes,
pineal gland, the gateway chakra, which is
but
around
there's
the
one here
atlas.
too.
And yes, yes, all of our chakras are expanding. All of our centers that are receiving are expanding. And so there's just so much clearing from the pineal gland. It came up for almost every session last week for people, and I was doing extra support. And so there's really easy ways to clear the pineal gland on the physical front. But on the energetic front, I was doing a lot of restructuring for that. And then what I see is once all of this is activating, I see like an arc of energy going to the heart center. And then I see that expanding to be more receiving energy. And so it's integrating more into the whole, kind of like when I was seeing all the meridians in the body that were more, they were merging with all of our chakras. It's all over the place, so it's coming in so fast. I'm not sure the words are catching up with my thoughts, but then once we open up our heart center, then it's going to ping down to the belly button as a receiver, then the whole body. So that's part of what's catching up for all of us right now, too, being activated, opened up. That's why people are having wilder dreams right now.
Yes.
Very vivid. I had something that was very vivid last night. I was like, well, where am I? I don't remember it now, um, but I felt like it was very clearing and healing and restoring. So that's what we're coming back online for the divine blueprint. So all of these beings are helping with that, all of these codes. Um, so whatever it is that you need, just ask for that support from either your guides, angels, source of all. These codes are helpful. Just really sitting in your own space of gratitude just allows for them to come in gently too. So,
Yes, gratitude is the key word, huh? From everything you're saying there. That's the muscle. That's the spinach that Popeye the Sailor Man would eat. Gratitude.
mhm.
That's how you bring things in. Yeah.
Yeah, it can switch your energy
It's not
so.
fear. It's never fear.
Mhm.
Nope.
No, no, fight or flight's got to be done. It's got to be done. So many have been in that state for way too long. And, I realized that I had been in fight or flight my whole life at 38. And so I've been healing the last however many years since then, to restore my nervous system. And so it's all working together. It's all doing what it needs to do, whether you know it or not. So it's beautiful.
It is so beautiful, my
Yeah.
Amelia. Yeah. And I love your background. This is new, huh?
It
Like
is,
new-ish.
I was playing around with Zoom has these AI backgrounds, so I was playing with ones that resonated with me, so it's reflecting back to what I needed. And I
It's
was
got a lot of
surprised.
dragon energy, you know this.
I didn't when I found it, but I was like very drawn to it. It's like perfect. It's
Yes.
perfect.
Because what
Yeah.
I see in there, because how I was always shown by my higher self, first was sound, and then came light. And you look at all there, like the fire, the electricity, dragons after the architect would have been like the first um, beings, sentient beings that were within the simulation. Organic, but it's still a simulation. The universe is a simulation. Let's not get confused with a matrix and a simulation. The
Yes.
matrix would be the inversion, the upside down, Stranger Things, whatever you want to call it. Originally,
Hmm.
that's what it was. And that has the birth of the dragon in back of you. I
I love
see it,
that.
I feel it. The frequency is like you even have that blue star at the top, just
Hmm.
above your head, like
Hmm.
shooting down, and that poof sound turns to light, birth.
I
I love
love
it.
that. I
Yeah,
love
I
that.
love
It's
it.
probably very
Mhm.
activating just having it here behind me because
It
almost
works.
every single person comments on it and they love it. So it
Yes.
must be the energy, the frequencies we need for
Yeah.
this. And Years ago, I learned that DNA was primarily light and sound reception. So it's also a reflection of that and how it's bringing in all that remembrance of who we are. So whether it be dragon energy or architect, titan, elemental, fairy, et cetera, all the different energies coming back home.
Well, it's the spark of life and the big bang if you want, right?
Hmm.
Now, I am dragon, so of course I'm gonna like tap into dragon. That's the first thing I see, yeah.
Yes. Yes. And I love getting to see dragon energy when I work with certain clients. I'm like, "Oh, there's some dragon energy coming in today for you." So, and my youngest daughter has a lot of dragon energy in her too. So, it's really fun to integrate all of that. Um, let's see. Was there anything else about dragons? I think we've
I
done
can go
most of
on
it.
for hours on dragons. It's my absolute favorite conversation. So you lead, I follow, boo boo.
Yeah, you've got, see, that's the problem. My brain can go zip, 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 zip like this in
Yeah.
like 30 seconds. So, yeah, but that I think leads us into what we were talking about. Two of our passions is music for both of us. And I randomly, nothing's random, came across a post about one of my favorite musicians from back in the day. Tori Amos has a brand new album releasing not till next year, In Time of Dragons. And the artwork on the cover is a piano with dragon wings because she plays piano for many of her songs. Um, and so then we started talking about all the musicians because there's been lots of inversions and things like that. So which ones of our favorite musicians were here really for a greater purpose and to help us with this awakening process through music, or and maybe how they've healed from some of those dark contracts that they signed back way back when, because that's going to be her 18th album apparently.
Wow, 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. After the 9, it's 10. Tens are endings for rebirth, return of the dragon. Oh, interesting.
That's perfect. Yeah, and one of her most famous songs, I don't know why this is coming in right now, but maybe you'll tune into something too. It's called Silent All These Years. So it's
Well,
powerful.
what I do get about Tori Amos, I'm saying her name properly, Amos.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tori Amos. Because I mean, come on, guys. All of you who know me, I'm a metalhead. So I've always like respected Tori, but I don't know her music. I was busy like with Motorhead, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. Like this is just what like rocked for me. I love crashing drums, like lightning. I love loud bass. I love it loud, sweaty rock and roll. I like it intimate and loud. So Tori, I knew of her. I know the name, and I knew she always felt almost like angelic somewhere, but I
Mhm.
don't really know her material. I was
Mhm.
headbanging.
Mhm.
But when Amelia and I had this little conversation, and she shared because we love talking about dragons, and what I did tap into is that Tori totally has a dragon energy about her. I also tapped into that she might have, although it's 18 albums, I don't know her career. Was she less popular? Did she go in a slumber? Like, I don't know. But I felt that she was, for a lack of a better word, almost like marinating into an energy before a rebirth, which felt like your background here, the rise of the phoenix out of ashes coming back.
Yes.
So I love Tori as soon as I tapped into her energy, and now I got to go listen to her music. But because now I like her energy, I might very well like her music because I'm not looking for like ba 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 ba. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And with that, this goes with the golden era, rebirth, the rise of the phoenix out of the ashes, golden era, get you back online. Because Tori has this frequency that I felt, tasted, attached to she, the primordial divine feminine being that created Gaia from her sleep. Again, we're a simulation, organic as it is. So
Hmm.
I could tell you that Tori, 18 albums, she's probably going to be bigger than ever because her energy, she had something to link. I don't know how her fan club or her followers felt to her, but I feel that they trusted her tremendously, and she brought a lot of hope, peace, and cleansing, fire cleansing. Does that resonate?
It really does. I just got chills throughout my whole body. And I
Okay.
remember going to one of her concerts back in college. So this is going to be 20 plus years ago. Um, and many people were actually dressed as fairies. And they just,
Yeah.
apparently that's one thing that, she claimed as a religion at that point at some time, just like, and so they were really connected to her in that way. I could feel that.
So that would make sense with the dragon because dragons and elementals,
Hmm.
they're of the same like group kind of, or their soul family. Dragons and elementals, fairies.
My
Yeah.
pendulum just got really big and said, yes, 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 when you said that.
Yes, absolutely.
That's amazing. So then, yeah, then of course, my mind is wandering to all these other amazing artists out there. And then you brought some up too. So what did you find about the ones that you really loved as well? Like
Well,
Metallica?
with this conversation, what I tapped into very much is like, of course, I'm going to look into Iron Maiden, Metallica, Judas Priest.
Mm,
And I did look into these bands a while ago, but I just never had an opportunity to have a discussion and a collaboration on music. But what I did get done, and I did get in a fresh this morning meditation, is that, like, if you look, because you know what, guys, in the 80s and 90s, heavy metal was seen as the beast,
hmm.
right? Today it's hip hop.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. And it makes more sense that hip hop is more controlled than metal was back then. Now, so what I got with Iron Maiden, because Iron Maiden is very specific. They had an album, The Number of the Beast, and they have a mascot, Eddie, which is like a zombie monster and all that. But what I have always gotten, because, you know, if I'm going to go to a concert, I don't want to be part of a ritual. So I look into it. So it's not because I love you that I'm going to argue that, oh no, they're good, they're good. No, I'm still going to do my homework and go
Yes.
neutral. So Iron
Yeah.
Maiden, I got a very positive as a band. They were very independent, very similar to Joan Jett and the Black Hearts, where they took their career into their own hands. Different stories. I think that a lot wanted to control Iron Maiden because they made it really rapidly in the 70s. Joan Jett, she everyone like denied her, so she had to fight and create her own label, Blackheart Labels. Different
Oh.
stories, but we're still going to a same energy. So Iron Maiden, what I got is that, in this, I have nothing to back my visions and my heartfelt. But you got the lead singer, Bruce Dickinson, who's a pilot and he flies the band across the world on Air Force Ed, as in their mascot, Eddie. Air Force One, Air Force Ed. It's not a helicopter. And I had visions that they did never publicize about, but Bruce Maiden The energy behind that is going with that plane and rescuing, helping, collecting, working for the light. Very independent, very strong, but they work for the light. I love this. Then I looked into Metallica. So what I saw about Metallica is very different because Iron Maiden, everyone wanted to control them, but they were independent. So no to sponsor or doing like MTV ads for beer and like
Right.
whatever. Metallica, what I saw is a good man, James Hetfield. And then when the time to sign a contract, that contract was really, really dark. I saw rituals involved in the contract, rituals around concert. I also saw James Hetfield working his whole career to break that and cleanse that. So, James, very good person, but there's a different underlying contract. And I don't know how contracts work, but they're very sneaky.
Very much so. Well, did you ever know about he's he's now doing all different stuff for Ascension and the truth and everything.
Ooh,
Sasha Stone, he almost signed one of those contracts and then he wrote a song about it. So this was in the 80s. He had a just a regular rock band that was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then
okay.
he decided like he wrote a song about midnight about how he decided not to sign that contract. And now since then he's been you know, discovering the
So
truth about
Sasha
the world.
Stone, that's like the spiritual truther guy?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So he started in the music industry and so now, he does what he does now and he's building all these communities and actually physical places for people to move to. Um, but yeah, he wrote a whole song about that contract choice, which was very interesting back in the
But they're
80s.
sneaky, the contracts, right? It's a lot of seduction, a
Mhm.
lot of promises, but it's a very,
Mhm.
very sneaky and very seductive.
Yeah.
Then how do you work after once you realize that, oh my gosh, this is what I'm into, like it's a lot of work and a contract is a spell.
Hmm.
And how do you break a spell? You got to learn how the spell was woven, like the spider. It's a lot of work, right? To reclaim being independent and sovereign once you signed the clause, Santa Claus.
Hmm. Yeah, and we're doing that in the spiritual realm as well. All the contracts that we signed up for to move through just being human or in different
Oh my
life
God, it's
forms.
crazy. And who reads like the full like disclosure? Like when you have like
No.
I don't know, you download I mean it's like
Yeah.
like I'm not reading that.
No, I don't either.
And, and then but to pursue and upgrade, we have to say accept.
Yeah,
We
we
do it
do
every day. Yeah,
every
trickery.
day. Yeah, and then they update the terms of agreement on this and that, and then you just have to say, I agree to the new ones. It's
No
constant.
one
So,
reads this. I've
no,
never met a human that ever read it. Come on now.
I know. Raise your hand if you have, because I'm curious if you're one that does. But
Population one or two. Yeah. Uh,
no, there's got to be a handful. But no, I've never. I'm like, no, just be done. You just got
Yeah.
to move
Well,
on.
yes. We're in a rush.
Right.
That's where the trickery is because
Mhm.
they've created such like a pattern with like our life and the status quo and like how you are born, go to school, rush, fall in love, study, get a
Mhm.
job, work, you put 2 weeks a year on your credit card to get in debt and start all over again. And then you got the hollow days that we spend even more
Mhm.
on the credit cards. What does credit mean? I mean, it's all like that Rothschild industry of like, but that's what we're breaking. And that's where Tori Amos is coming out. And that's what I saw
Mhm.
with other bands, right? Uh,
Yes, yes. You
uh,
mentioned Joan Jett, which also toured with Alanis Morissette, who's broken free of many contracts. She
yes.
started as like a Nickelodeon kid back in the day and broke free. She wrote a whole album on like empathy and um like meditation music, and she's still going, and just really beautiful, beautiful soul energy too with Alanis. Who else did we talk about? Like Radiohead.
I'd like to go over all of them because I did actually take notes because it was so important that I
Yes.
didn't want to forget because that's what happens. We start talking and then I forget
Hmm. Me
stuff,
too. Me
right?
too. Yep, I've
All
got my
right,
notes
so
here
it's
too.
very interesting because you also talked to me about Lauryn Hill.
Yes, she was one of my favorites also. I saw her perform back in college with Outkast. They opened for her.
Okay.
So she's amazing. And this is the most amazing part with her is you used a word, and we'll hear that in the invocation at the end, that one of her songs has in it. And so she has connections to Bob Marley through,
Yes.
I think she married or was with his son. She had like 6 children with him, something like that. I don't remember all the details. Sorry, Lauren. Um, but and then so she was huge, and then she just kind of faded away. So I'm
Yes.
curious what
All
you
right,
picked up
so
on
let's
her.
start with Lorian because this is really beautiful because Flesh of the Goose. There's something really magical about
Mhm.
Lauryn Hill. Again, I was
Mhm.
into metal. I know the name. I don't know the
Mhm.
music. I don't.
Yeah.
So what I tapped into her is that Lauryn Hill feels like one of the rare ones who actually broke through the veil and then withdrew to preserve her own sovereignty.
Hmm.
Her
Yes.
energy carries the lion of the womb,
It's just getting faster. Yes.
almost priestess Rastafarian.
Oh, yes. Big chills.
She opened channels through rhythm and words.
Ooh, yes.
But when the industry tried to siphon that gold light, she pulled back. She's not falling, she's guarding her own frequency.
Hmm.
There's a hum of Marley's lineage there. Oh, yes. Not just bloodline, but soul code.
Oh, yes.
Her voice carries the same solar heart, medicine, raw, and unprocessed by the machine.
Hmm.
As Bob. That's what I got for Lauryn Hill.
That's
That's
beautiful.
gorgeous, isn't it gorgeous?
Wow. Yeah.
I know.
Because, yeah, she started off in a band called the Fugees and then broke off on her own and then just continued to break off on her own, just
Okay, okay.
sovereignty. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful what I got. I really like her. She's very
Hmm.
sovereign and
Hmm.
patient.
Hmm.
She's not done yet. Oh no.
Oh, good. Good. I haven't seen, I think she even has some recent music that's been coming out, but I don't know for sure. Sometimes I pay attention, sometimes I don't. So, so yeah, that's beautiful. My
Oh,
kids,
someone just rang at the door. Can you pause this? Is it doable? Pause
yeah,
and read.
I'll
I got
pause.
because I gotta go to the door.
No worries.
That's progress. I'm back. Oh, you're fast. You heard me the recording, and I did sit down. But
Yeah, I never know if there's going to be a delay.
sorry about that, guys. It was just Amazon, but there's always people showing up here because I also do hair out of my house. So it's like it's a mall. There's always traffic here, yes. Uh,
Well, that's
Sorry.
lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't get that much traffic at my house, I suppose, but
Well, you
um,
don't want. You have enough.
oh yes.
Yeah, yeah. Like too many ding dongs is like not good for my niece. No.
No, no, I like my peace. So,
But then
yeah.
you know what? Should I go on? Like because I saw a link because my niece, had spoken about several women. So first you had Lauren Hill, but then
Hmm.
you spoke about Alanis Morissette.
And she's Canadian.
Yeah, like me. I think we got similar teeth. I think doesn't she have a big mouth,
She
just like
does.
me? Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
does. Yeah.
Did you want to talk a little bit about Alanis before I share what I found?
Yeah, again, she's started in the 90s, but before that, she was, kind of in that yucky uh Hollywood era, with on a kid show. It's like that slime show. Do you remember that where they dumped a bunch of green slime on people?
I
A
don't
lot
know
of
what you're saying.
a lot
No.
of stars got started there when they were kids. That she must have been like 12 or
And they
something.
throw green slime on you.
Yes, because
And
the
that
show
was entertainment.
apparently, and because I was a kid when this was, yeah,
I
it's
don't know
called
what
you.
you're saying. What is this show?
It was on Nickelodeon, I believe. It's called You Can't Do That on Television. So I don't know if it was like something triggered it and suddenly you got all the slime. I
Oh,
don't
like a
remember.
humiliation ritual.
Probably.
Okay, okay.
Probably.
That I
Um,
understand. Yeah.
I didn't realize she had started on there like many. I think several, there's a handful of singers maybe who started there. So she was in the system, right? And so she is one that has broken out of the system. And so she's still, her recent music is very high vibrational, very much in the light. And it probably was back then too. Um, she even dated Dave Coulier from Full House and wrote a whole song about him.
Well, that's cool. Full because you spoke to me about Dave Coulier,
Yeah.
and I meditate. I don't know who he is, but I didn't
Yeah.
get any good energy from this Coulier cooler thing.
I don't either.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't either. So, he
Full House.
pretended to be
Well, yes,
this.
that's with the Olsen twins.
Uh-huh.
Ah, okay.
Uh-huh.
I see where you're going.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's a whole thing. Like who knows what else she experienced, but because he was
Mhm.
35 and she was like 18 or something when they were dating. So, okay, a few red flags there. So she wrote a whole song about that and then she just has become very famous and she's been very like humanitarian, very like she's written music about empathy and being a parent and shining the light. And so she's really come into
And
her.
she's a real woman, in case people question, because everyone talks about inversion. I get that she's a woman.
Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Me too. Yeah. So what else did you tune into about her? That's pretty much what I know.
Well,
And I
that's amazing. Thank you. But what was her? Because what you're saying now about the green sludge on people and all that, but then her first song, what was it called? Um,
well, you ought to know, or was it there's you ought to know. What was the one she wrote about him?
it was like
And
really rocking, like her big hits. But now I'm
um
getting mixed up
ironic.
with yes.
Ironic was a big one. Um that's probably one of the main ones, I would say. I'm trying to think of what
Okay,
else.
should I ask you to sing it? I need the beat.
Isn't it
No,
ironic?
because I'm getting mixed up with Melissa Etheridge and
Oh yeah.
like I'm mixed up in two timelines here. I know Alanis's biggest hit, but I'm getting like swamped with Melissa Etheridge. Is she sexy like me? I know I don't got the lyrics, but
Yes.
I'm
That's
getting
I think
mixed
that's
up.
you ought to
Yeah.
know. That's you ought to know.
Okay.
You ought to know. Yeah, I was just gonna pull it
So I
up.
think that has to do with maybe her background of what she met in the green sludge days, and that's like came out because she had a beautiful anger. Like it wasn't like I'm gonna crash everything in your face, but it was like that divine feminine, I'm taking my place back kind of energy, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
You ought to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what I got for Miss Alanis Morissette is that she came in, there it is, like a storm from the north.
Ah.
Welcome. She's got elemental, crystalline rage energy. Her early work cracked open feminine shadow.
Ooh.
Yet after the mid 90s, she was bound by contracts
Mhm.
and energetic implants through producers and touring entities. The relationship with Dave Coulier felt very karmic,
Mhm.
a mirror to purge betrayal codes. But she's still awake beneath all of it.
Mhm.
You can sense the healer in her voice returning. That tour, because you mentioned, I had no idea she toured with Joan Jett. And that's why then I tapped into Joan Jett, who, of course, I love. I met her. She signed my arm. That's her
You-
autograph. Yes, that's what Richard does. But the voices return. Okay, so um, you can sense the healer in her voice returning. That tour, my beautiful niece that you mentioned, she did with Joan Jett. Actually, this is beautiful. Rekindled her life, her fire. That
Ooh.
Alanis Morissette fire. That touring with Joan Jett activated it. Jet's energy actually helped burn away residential chords, residual chords.
Amazing.
Joan is a phoenix type, rise from the ashes. So there.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, so we love Alanis, and she's doing a comeback. And Joan Jett actually helped her by touring to get rid of all that shadow. She needed a Joan.
Absolutely. That was just last year, I think. Recent,
That's what you said. Yes.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. I just the song lyric of one of her recent songs she wrote about her children actually keeps running through my mind, so I feel like I need to say it. It's like my mission is to keep the light in your eyes ablaze.
There you go.
So just beautiful, beautiful.
Because she's
So,
got elemental energy in back of her.
well, that makes sense. I seem to know a lot of elementals in my world.
Well, you attract them. They're like you're the big light, and all like the bugs at night, like they could crash into, like bzzz.
Yep, it's very true. It's very true. Which I love. I love. I must really love it. And there's elementals even outside my house that like to bother my dog sometimes. I think I've mentioned that.
They
Um,
play with the dogs. It's not bothering, it's playing.
yeah. My dog he's like jumping up, like, what's happening?
Yeah. Well, they like to tease, huh? It's like pull out your hair like beep beep. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they
It's
like to do.
hilarious. It's
They
hilarious.
they're full of inner child like elementals,
Mhm.
like when you have a crush on a girl, you throw a warm at her. It's not because you hate her, it's because you're trying to get her attention. Elemental energy is a little similar to that, because they don't
Yep.
see like that boundary. Are they gonna take it? I want your attention. Poke, poke, rip, rip. Like they're fun. I like elementals. They're wild. Like
That's
they don't
true.
care about seeing like the precaution, the aftermath. It's just like a child. Like this seems fun and funny and creative. I'm just doing it. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Um, yeah, who else did we talk about?
Well,
Oh,
you liked Radiohead.
yes, I was just gonna say Radiohead. We're
Yes.
definitely
Yes.
connected here.
Yeah.
I loved Radiohead, and then they just seem to go quiet too. But everybody on
Mhm.
like I hear their like resonance of their songs, like they are used as background music in a lot of TikToks. So
Okay.
I hear that often. But yeah, what's going on? What do you tune in with them? Because they were also big in the 90s, early 2000s. They had, I think, I don't know if that was their last album. I'll look it up and see. But they're British, I believe. They're
Well,
from
I gotta tell you, my beautiful, gorgeous Amelia, I know the name Radiohead. I I don't even know one song they sing.
Creep, because I'm a
Oh,
creep. I'm a
that's
weirdo.
them.
That's them. That's like their biggest. I mean,
Well, it's
it's number
actually like a
one.
sexy kind of song. Huh? I mean, like it's sad and sexy at the same time. Oh
Yeah.
no, wait, am I confused? Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, okay, I was
I'm a
mistaken with something else.
weirdo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's still sexy and sad, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
so thank
yeah.
you. I had no idea they were the creep singers.
Yes. And there's a few others that are big, like Karma Police.
I don't know.
Maybe that's okay. That's okay. Well, I'll have to re-educate from the 90s. But yeah, I don't even know. They just um if I look at their albums, their latest was like just a live recording from 2009.
That's a long time ago. Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
2007 was their last album, I think. So,
Okay, so let me tell you what I scanned into my meditation. Like, again, I repeat myself, please be kind and rewind. I had no idea that Radiohead sings Creep. Like, I just went with the title, and this is what I got, all right? So we had Lauryn Hill, then Alanis Morissette, and now we're gonna go to Radiohead. So I got that their situation is a lot trickier. They built a sonic architecture almost designed to decode depression into revelation.
wow.
I got the lead singer channels from off planet harmonic grids, but the industry has twisted some of those transmissions into frequencies of apathy,
Mm,
lack of empathy, apathy,
hmm.
and despair. It's like a hijacked oracle. Yet beneath all of it, Radiohead still holds a signature of disclosure through distortion, showing the sickness of the system by mirroring it.
Wow.
That's what
That
I got.
fits. That's spot on from the music I know. So
I
that's
know Creep now. That's all I know.
and it looks like they may
Yeah.
have had some more albums I didn't see. So,
Yeah.
but still, they were huge in the 90s and then just kind of dissipated a little bit. So it made sense. It's almost like some of these eras that we've been through with music have been little mini rebirths that have been trying to wake us up even in different times. So,
Yes, absolutely, Amelia. Absolutely. Yes.
yeah.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, yes,
obviously,
yes.
the 60s were a big one, right? But,
So what I
um,
got is together Lorien, Alanis, and Radiohead form your favorite number, a trinity.
really?
Yeah? Of truth tellers who each faced the machine and responded very, very differently. First was Lorien, withdrawal. Then we got Alanis, healing. Then we got Radiohead, subversion.
Mhm. Wow. Well, then you said machine. So, of course, my mind went directly to Rage Against the Machine, which,
Again, I don't know them very much either, but I know the title.
yeah.
Rage Against the Machine. Yes, of course, I see it now. Rage
Hmm.
Against the Industry, the Machine.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
were heavier. So, and one of their most popular songs was like, I won't do what you tell me, without all
Very
the
Joan
pressure.
Jett energy. I don't give a damn about my bad reputation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And so that made them big because of it, I think. And that song was used in
I'll have to
some
look
movies.
into that. They deserve. Maybe what we can do is have another segment. Well, Femi, tell us if you'd be interested, because we branched out within the hour, and I really wanted to talk about music because my niece talked to me about Alanis and Lauren, and then we got to talk about music. But this could be like an actual whole segment that we can actually deep dive with the
Yes.
crystal ball and your cards, and we could.
Yes.
So
We could
let
go
us
really
know.
deep
Yeah,
with this. Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
comment, if you'd like to know more about that. And then maybe if there's, potential high vibrational artists that we may not know about as well that we can dig into. So we may or may not get to it, but at least we could get some more awareness about different genres,
Yes,
different musicians.
absolutely,
Absolutely. Because
absolutely.
music has
Yeah.
done a big spin around on how it's been altered over the generations. And so it's really been healing too at the same time.
And we keep on healing, and healing is remembrance, like that code that we forgot that we are all one, living a different like experience, but we are all part of the one, and we're wired differently. And what does that happen? All the aspects of each individual of us that is wired differently, that connects soul group, and then we become the one. We are replugged, we are rebalanced, we are reconnected. It's almost like missing body parts are back online, right?
Absolutely. As you were
Yeah.
talking, I saw all of
Mm.
it like being
I know,
magnetized
so did I.
together. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're definitely in tune, like pulling
yeah.
all the pieces together again to like exactly what you said.
Yeah.
And we've been given little bits at a time to help us with the process of remembering and connecting and who we
And
are.
now we are here, and that could be why sometimes you might have a migraine or a headache, although you haven't had them. It's because, like everything is coming. Like, let's look at, your sink is clogged, and Drano, take me away. And the ooh, but so much is coming in. And it is slowing down, and you can, like Amelia said earlier on, I think it's here, or maybe I heard you say it in a collaboration with our beloved Anina from Vivid Earth. But you can ask, like what you want. So if things are coming too strong into your avatars, you're turning crystal, higher self. Just
Mhm.
slow it down a little bit. I'm having a hard time with the Drano take me away.
Yes,
Just slow down a bit. You can ask that. Yeah.
I've had that, where my soul was like, you're getting this fractal whether you like it or not. And I said, please, can you make it a little more gentle? Because that was
Yes.
a bit rough on my human vessel. So I still need to function. Thank you.
And this is a good point because I have a beloved sister of mine who we email very often. She lives far away from me, but she works a lot in the astral, and she asks for intensity healing. And well, she like has almost felt like being blind. Her eyes have been swollen up because she
Wow.
asked for high intensity. She's recovering now. But once you ask, like you can't slow down, like she can't see, she's poofy. So, like I have a tendency, like bring it on. Like I
Hmm.
can take it. I'm a rocker. Like let's
Yeah.
rock this place. But we got to go in moderation because this has never
Yeah.
ever been done. Usually we would have drowned, burnt. Like this ascension, we're crossing whoever is real, like a
Hmm.
real sentient being, we're crossing. This has never, ever, ever been done. So,
Yeah.
higher self, slow down the frequency.
Yes. In all my
Yeah.
healing sessions, I always say, like, with kindness and gentleness, let's activate, let's clear, let's do all these things. Let's not blast it because the soul's like, you can handle it, right? It's fine. No
Yes.
problem.
Yes. Yes.
Higher self,
Absolutely.
yeah. We're all working
Yes.
together now, not separately. So, yeah, it's been quite a lot, but it feels a lot lighter than it did the last few years. So we're still integrating, we're still
We're doing
clearing.
so good, my love. We're doing
Mhm.
so good. But Amelia, I'm so sorry. I realized that I gotta get ready for my next show. I lost time and
Okay.
space. It's already 12:30.
Well, let's do, are you ready for the invocation?
I am, and Femi, I'm so sorry to rush off. It's later. I gotta get ready for a show with our Sonia from the Tree of Life Knowledge. So I still wanted to talk about Joan Jett and Lita Ford. That's why I'm
Yes.
wearing this shirt today. But we can do it for another music special edition.
Let's do it.
Yes?
Let's do it soon. I would
Okay,
love
so
to.
I will rush into our end show invocation.
Okay.
I'm sorry, baby. I lost time in space. All right, so because we were talking about music, it is called The Fire That Sings. In every age, music births its guardians. Some crawl from the ashes, some ride the storms, some roar from ancient caverns of sound. Joan Jett rises as the phoenix, the one who burns refusal into freedom, who forges her own stage when the gates are closed. She teaches us that sovereignty is the flame no system can smother. Because she would never get like accepted at the beginning of her career. All the labels would reject her, and she had to start her own Blackheart Records label.
It's amazing.
And then we got Lita Ford. Lita Ford was hand in hand with Joan Jett in the 70s band The Runaways. Lita Ford moves as the dragon. Yes, she's got dragon energy. The keeper of sacred riffs, eyes bright with knowing. She saw the serpent in the tower. That was the control force. Okay?
Mhm.
Like people who try to control her. Chose exile over glamour and kept her fire pure. Alanis Morissette sings as the serpent healer, shedding betrayal until her own skin shines. Lauryn Hill stands as the lioness, wow, guarding truth, protecting the child of Zion within us all. And I had no idea she had a song about Zion.
It's called To Zion.
And I had no idea.
So amazing.
Radiohead, The Watchers, bend distortion into prophecy, decoding despair into revelation. Together, they are one great chord of rebellion, the feminine flame, the sovereign sound, the living proof that no contract, no handler, that's what Lita Ford had after her, a handler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a big nasty one that we'll decode next time.
Okay.
No ritual can cage the true song of spirit. Let the phoenix rise. Let the dragon guard. Let the lion roar. Let the music remember. The end.
Oh, I love that. Let the music remember.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
there's so much remembering in that, like we've just
There's
already
so much.
said. That is so
Yes.
beautiful. And we'll definitely have to get into, like we were talking about, um, Stevie Nicks and
I would love to talk about Stevie. Again,
mhm.
I'm not done with Joan Jett. I'm not done with Lita
No,
Ford. Stevie
no.
Nicks, anyone who you want to bring on board. Or you know what, Femi, if you got suggestions, like good suggestions, though, like,
Mhm,
uh, we don't want to talk about one-hit wonders, like, let's think about it. Not just because I like their music, but why are
mhm.
we asking? Because we'll consider
Right.
it, right, my
Mhm.
beautiful niece? Yeah.
Yeah, well, tune into the energies. We're looking for those high vibrational souls that are here doing greater work through their music, sound, their lyrics, and the energy behind all of that and what they're projecting out to the world. And it's interesting in your invocation too. I had to double check, but you used the word bend with Radiohead. Well, their most popular album is called The Bends.
Oh, see, I did not know. I know nothing
Yeah.
except now for Creep. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think that's the album that has Creep. Let me just double check. Maybe I'm
I don't
wrong.
know.
No, I'm wrong. But it's one of their earlier albums, so that's interesting. So it's all connected. And however this music is activating for you, allow it to be high vibrational. You can transmute any of those negative things that people have, talked about with the inversion of music. And I think that's why I've always liked songs more in the minor key because I think it's closer to the better frequencies sometimes, not all the time. But that was a theory that I had as well with music because it's just amazing. So,
And if we live in the day of like freedom, unshackling those shackles that had tied us up to an old inverted system, again, credit, mortgage, mortgage, in French means death.
mm-hmm.
Right? The whole
Yep.
system, like there's so many beautiful artists out there. Like, yes, of course, there's 2.0s, 3.0s, but not everyone is. And there's a lot like of great, like beings that got sucked into like an inversion as we did, as in paying yearly, I don't know if I can say taxes, like whatever, like,
Mhm.
like the inversion, like we see Hollywood, we see the music industry. Now in the Great Awakening, we could all put it into one basket. It's all
Mhm.
dark. But sometimes you got sentient beings that got hoodwinked, and they're still
Mhm.
the original version, and they've been
Mhm.
working really, really hard to try to get out of it. So if
Yep.
we all combine and see that together, we move mountains. That's what I've loved being saying lately. If we all band, hold hands, we can move mountains. So
Mhm.
that includes people who were tricked into darkness.
Absolutely.
Can
I
we
believe,
not help them? Like free
right.
from it? Yes, I
Right.
can. I do. I will. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, everything can be healed. Everything can be
Yeah.
restored. Everything will find its divine blueprint back to what it is meant to be
Yes.
and fully
Yes.
restored. We're in the middle of that process right now, and it's
So
beautiful.
exciting. It's so
So
exciting.
exciting.
So
Yes.
exciting. YMCA. This was so much fun, my niece. I love you so much.
Love you too. This was so much fun. I mean, I could talk for days on these topics, and
Me
we have so much
too.
more to say. So I'm so
Yeah.
grateful for you.
Thank you. I gotta go.
All right. Well, sending everybody so much love, and we'll put all of our links down below. I just simplified my
Yes.
website a little bit, and I do it myself, so it is what it is. You have to forgive that, but yeah, we just love you so much, and
We
so
love
grateful to
you.
connect.
Yes.
Yes.
Mwah. Bye,
Bye.
babies.